We're back here at Husson University for the final game of the night. We got the Delhi Broncos, who are the home team today, against the Thomas Terriers. We are back, like I said, again. My name is Will Cavanaugh, and I'm with Alex Mooney. Look, Brooklyn Federico leading us off for Thomas against the lefty pitcher of Delhi. Letha Fiorera. Apologize if I said that wrong. Plays outfield and is a pitcher.
Thomas coming off a loss. Delhi coming off a win. A little bit of a different game for each. Thomas, high-scoring game. Delhi keeping it nice and low.
Fair with the wind-up and the pitch. That is a 4-pitch walk, not the start the Delhi Broncos wanted. Federico will take that, and the Terriers will definitely take that. She has speed. Maddie Morris now up, the shortstop.
I'll have to figure out another movie reference. We got two games and 2 movies.
I can do more, don't worry. I was in there for strike 1 to even up the count at 1-1.
Thinking about going, wants to stay.
2-1 count here to Morris, facing the lefty. It's fouled straight back.
That's a crack for Morris. Trying to get her comrade to advance. Just, you had said, squaring up on the ball is difficult.
Even up count 2-2. Wind up in the pitch. That'll make the count full with a runner on. If Farah can get out of this at bat with an out instead of 2 runners on with no outs.
Federico thought about it, but decided to stay put.
And that'll be strike 3 looking. That is a big strikeout on the inside corner. And now, Megan Obelholzer, who hit a home run earlier today against the Husson Eagles, is up with a runner on in the first.
And she didn't just hit it lightly. She killed that thing in the next year.
No, that was Oppo power. Just right of the scoreboard, I mean. A 1 to Obelholzer. That is hit very high to left field. Shortstop, and the left fielder comes in and takes it from the shortstop for a good play for out number 2, number 31. Samantha Martin made the play.
Martin did a good job calling off Huckabee right there.
Definitely was the left fielder's play coming on, I agree.
It's always easy to run to it than run backwards.
Now Maeve Hickok, who, like I mentioned earlier today, 8 doubles this year and 2 homers. That is grounded to the shortstop. She's just going to tag the bag to get the third out, and that is well done after an early base runner. Ferraro will get out of that with no hits and no runs.
Looks like she almost wanted to tag her friend instead.
I saw that. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Adrian Neff, the catcher, up about to face Lillian Noyes. Lillian Noyes with a very solid pitching season this year. Just under a 4 ERA. That is swung on towards the first base side. One pitch, one out. Thomas will thank that right away. And one out quickly.
A lot of lift. Oberhalser didn't really have to move too far. Just a few trots, little grab, walk back.
Now Grace Sperry, the freshman. And that was almost 2 pitches, 2 outs. Foul ball straight back.
Noyes takes a little break. She needed to tie her shoes.
That is in there for strike 2. Lillian Noyes coming out swinging early, bringing the pop with the fastball.
As a fan looks back, flexes that they got a low ball.
Oh, that just misses outside. Count is now 1-2. Wind up and the pitch. That is hit towards the shortstop, high in the air. Maddie Morris with 2 hands this time makes the play for out number 2.
Shortstop, number 9, Stephanie Huckabee. Said it enough today. It's still good. As I said, it's the second game in a row. I try to forget his name. Yeah, one was across the ground. Who you play? Yeah, you hurt? Oh, you're gonna lose by 2 pounds. They're ranked what? I'm not kidding. They're gonna hang 30 of them.
Stephanie Huckabee from Chenango, New York. Had a very good year this year with 2 home runs, 35 hits, 23 RBIs. Lillian Noyes up 0-2 early, though. Bringing the fire, like I said. Thomas trying to get out of this bottom half of the first quickly. And she went. No. Blue says, first base side says no, she did not go. New life for Delhi. This bottom half.
Noyes thought she did.
I think
Frustrated.
most people did. But good call by Blue. He had a good angle at it. That's fouled towards the Thomas sideline, and that'll hit the top of the dugout. Foul ball. Good fight here by Huckabee.
Tell you what, some of those fouls, they hit the dugout hard enough. A little bit of an ear ringer.
That's fouled back. Now on the Delhi side. I almost said Husson because it is their home dugout. Apologize.
Huckabee doing a good job and not showing any pain. I always feel like if you hit it with the short end of the stick, it was a pretty good tingle on the hands.
Big payoff pitch here. See if Thomas can get out of here quick. Get back to the bats. And that is strike 3. Lillian Noyes with almost a perfect start to this ball game.
Yeah, it's those type of swings. You either got to commit or not commit. And on that one, stuck with 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out the door.
No runs on no hits and no runs left on base. Do it for Thomas. Whitten, Duhane.
No runs on no hits. And Thomas will lead us right back off. We will stay right here because even these Delhi's been warming up pretty fast today.
Yeah, they waste no time. They're in and out. I mean, can you blame them? They're far from home. I'm not saying that they don't want to enjoy the game, but they want to win.
They're here to win. That's about it, like you said. Jenny Whitten will lead us off from Enfield, Maine, the junior. Career 63 hits, 2 homers, 35 RBIs, 28 walks, and 23 strikeouts. 20 stolen bases as well. Very solid career for the Terriers. Here's the first pitch for a ball by number 21, Letha Ferreira. Ferrara? Ferrara?
Yep, Ferreira.
Ferreira. That is
Ooh.
back up the middle for a base hit. Jenny Witten takes Ferreira back at her for the first hit of the ball game for the Terriers.
That sounded good, too. Talk about a straight line drive. I don't think you could have, if you were to paint a line from the middle of home plate all the way to the center field, that's exactly where that ball landed.
I would not want to be Farah right back up the middle, right there. That is also back to her. She looks to make the play at second, throws it away, and both runners will be safe. So the Terriers have early 2 runners on in this top half of the second.
The catcher number 22, Carly Jarvis.
A little lucky right there. The Thomas coming in hot on the second. Wasn't really fully able to get their footing underneath, and Ferrer's able to be all right with that, despite overthrowing.
That was Morgan Duhamey who just reached base on that ground ball.
Hey, I got a one-hit wonder coming up next. You ready?
Yeah. I do love that station on Spotify or Pandora. One-hit wonders. 1990s too.
Witten and Duhame both
I might save it.
looking a little curious at extending.
She goes to third.
5 force out.
Very surprising. Second to third. I have not seen that one very often, but does get the out at third.
That one, I don't know where the thought process was. Maybe worried about risking it to get in the second. Just wanted to hit the lead runner, but
I thought they'd for sure go to second, try to get the double play. Abby Ferrone now up with 2 runners on.
I actually need to play that one between innings. Yeah, I'm working in order here. That's a banger.
That is in there for strike 1. Ferreira is really grinding right now. Starting to get up in the pitch count as Thomas is fighting in these at-bats.
I was going to say, this hasn't changed a whole lot since I left.
So wind up in the pitch. That is just low for ball 2.
good composure right there. Ferrone, you can tell, super hungry. Wanted to have a crack at that. Said, no, 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 no.
That is fouled back. Watch out.
Blammo. That one somehow slipped underneath the bleachers.
We have now a 2-2 count. Even it up with an out and 2 runners on. That is blooped up towards the shortstop. And that'll be 2 down. Taylor Made. Can Ferreira get out of this inning with 2 hits given up?
The left fielder number 1, Leah Knight.
Is it a TaylorMade or a Callaway?
Titleist.
You picked the worst one out of the 3.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Wind up in the pitch from Ferreira. It's ball 1. To number 1, Leah Knight, Winslow, Maine. Runner on first and second, as we know. That is just outside for ball 2.
I changed the other one because it wasn't thrown here. It wasn't changing the player. It was just changing what kind of error.
Oh, Duhame's looking pretty eager right there at second.
That is upstairs for ball 3.
Leah Knight playing a little bit of limbo. The knees out and fell back.
So wind up in the pitch 3-0 count. That is in there for strike 1. At least keeps Knight honest.
If you're Knight, you can take that. Taking 1 strike, you're up in the count 3-1. Take the risk. That's the worst that happens. You can walk next.
And that is ball 4, so that'll load the bases with Federico coming up. With 2 down, the leadoff hitter in a big spot here for the Thomas Terriers.
Federico may be a pitcher, but she is also a menace at the plate.
.333 this year, so And there it is. That is finding the gap, and that's down. 2 runs for sure, and that could be a stand-up double. That could be 3 runs. And a stand-up double for Federico. 3 runs are in for the Thomas Terriers.
What'd I say? She's a great pitcher, but she is a menace on the plate.
Brooklyn Federico from Monmouth, Maine, with a 3-run stand-up double.
Quite the difference in walk-up songs.
For sure.
Going from Undertaker to some country big rock star.
And that is jacked to deep left field. Off the wall. Federico's going to score. And Maddie Morris with a stand-up double. Back-to-back doubles for the Thomas Terriers. That one was close.
Terriers quick work. Already putting 4 on the board.
That was really close to getting out of this park.
Oh, sir. I mean, that left fence has been a magnet today.
And the one that did get a home run out today is now up. Megan Oberholzer as Maddie Morris moves over to third. This could get to a 4-0, 5-0 ball game.
If you're Delhi, you can't stress too much about it. Yes, it's 4. It's the second inning. Plenty of game left. You got to take a breath. Reconfigures.
That is smacked to left center field. Play is made by the center fielder, but damage has been done. Thomas Terriers. Couple doubles and 4 runs to take a 4-0 lead going to the bottom of the second. We will take one quick break. I'm Will Cavanaugh with Alex Mooney. See you in a minute. Noyes takes on Riley Martin to begin this bottom half of the second. Delhi has dug himself a little hole now. As Noyes has a comfortable lead she's dealing with now, she just got to throw strikes and trust her defense.
If your Noise this week can be a little ambitious, those pitches that you're not too worried about but no cause a lot of damage, try them out. If they get a run, or if they get a heavy hit, chill out.
Quick 1-1 count to Martin. Noyes kind of getting a rhythm, working quick now. Checks the wristband, gets right into her windup. There's the 1-1 pitch. And that is swung on and missed by Martin for strike 2. Little change up there. First one I've really noticed from Lillian Noyes.
Delhi only has 4 people outside of New York.
That is fouled back. Good fight here by Martin.
Meanwhile, Thomas has people all the way from Texas and Wyoming and Montana.
That is crazy. And that is smacked towards center field, but the run on is made, and number 7, Abby Ferrone, made the play in center field to retire Martin.
Grad student making a Callaway catch right there.
Carolina Watson, Sugar Ties, New York. Now up for the Delhi Broncos. That was good contact, though, to start the inning and see if they can continue. That was a big swing and a miss for strike 1.
Noise with a rifle right there, but just had the sights off target. Two of them now in a row where she's starting to get a little funky chicken.
2-1. Advantage Delhi. That is swung on and missed, even up the count once again. And that is high to full the count. Got away from her that time, Noise. This could be a big at-bat in this game if we can get a runner on with the Broncos. And that is strike 3. That is a big strikeout to limit the momentum. 2 down now in the bottom of the second for the Broncos.
Emphatic pitch and statement out right there for Noise.
Carly Bernard now up, who's had a very good year, 340 at the plate. See if she can kind of get the Broncos going. They need to find somewhere, some momentum. That is slapped to the second baseman. Good play. Brooklyn Federico kind of doing what she's done all day. Some good stuff and makes the play. 4-3. And we are going to the top of the third, 4-0 Terriers. We'll be right back. Maeve Hitchcock. Hitchcock about to lead us off. The lefty Ferrara still in the game. What does she have to do to kind of slow down the tide a little bit of the Terriers?
Focus on now and hope the offense gets extra innings.
I like that.
One at a time. Can't focus on the big picture. One thing at a time.
Can't be like Fast and Furious. See you again. That is what Thomas will say if they pull this one off. See you next year. See you again. That one was mediocre compared to the last two, but I had to throw
No,
it.
that was good. I had a lot of thoughts that went to my brain. I had to let them out.
And that is in there for strike 2 to even up the count.
We're going to take a long look over at her bench. We'll see what the change is here.
In the fall, when I've got 9, 10 things going on on a Saturday, I don't want to go.
It's just like anything in life. Whatever you want to build, whether it's business, sports, anything you do, one step at a time. You look at the big picture, you're not going to have no idea where to start.
That is ripped to right field. And that is down for at least a base hit. That is a base hit for Maeve Hickok. She stays hot in this tournament. And now number 8, Jenny Witten, who had a big hit a couple innings ago, is up again.
Ponce's done a decent job over at first. Had some difficult throws, high, low, to the side. Saw her stretch out a few times last game, and another one right there where gets a low throw. She keeps it right with her.
Happy graduation to all those seniors, especially some that are in these tournaments that are kind of missing some of the festivities, especially the ones coming from New York. I mean,
It's always a unique situation. As you graduate, softball and baseball really the only sports that go past the graduation date.
Hey, we did for golf. That was the other one.
I'll let you try out a Callaway set, and we'll see if you ever go back.
No. Titleist for life. I got an Odyssey putter, though.
Well, you got it. That's just standard.
So, that is a 4-pitch walk. Now at number 11, Morgan Duhamey from Ellsworth, Maine. So, somewhat close by. Guessing her fan probably made the trip. If not, definitely watching.
Short hour trip.
And we have a little pause in the action. Wondering what this is about. Coach from Delhi asked the question. Now we got a meeting of the minds. And it looks like the count was wrong. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. So hopefully it does not come back to bite Delhi. Jenny Witten gets another chance instead of walking to first base. She's had a successful tournament so far.
Call out, too, from Delhi coach picking up on that.
Agreed. Here's the wind up in the pitch. And it's worked so far. That is up to a full count now. See if this pays off.
If Althea can figure out how to finish this off, this changes things drastically.
And that is going to at least get the force out, maybe 2, and safe. Witten is at second. But that does pay off. Delhi gets the lead runner. Instead of having first and second with no outs, they got just first with 1 out.
She can get Duhame to have a little ground out. Get over towards Riley Martin. Double play action right there.
Gerard would love a little double play action, get some momentum going in. And that is ripped. That'll be a base hit. And she's safe at first. That'll be first and second with 1 out. Good piece of hitting there to go with the pitch. Duhamey with back on base. So the Terriers do now have first and second with 1 out. Carly Jarvis is now up. Pardon me if I was getting her name wrong last game. I don't know why I committed to that, saying Charlie when they played Husson, but I was told it's Carly, so I apologize. And the slap hit is fouled back for strike 1.
Yeah, right on the short part of the stick.
Yeah, that hurts for sure. That is fouled back to our favorite spot.
Well, Carly's hits, foul offs. It's almost been a little off balance right there. She can stay nice and square, squish that bug, let that thing rip.
So you watched that too? You saw we had the 2 best players in the league? Volleyball? No. Was it close?
So we got a 2-2 count, 1 out. Carly Jarvis up. Very solid season, in 368 in the regular season, so very, very capable. And that is stabbed down the first baseline, foul. And that is, what a play. Oh my goodness, what a play by the second baseman. Diving stab. Number 6, Riley Martin just made a run-saving play in the middle of the infield.
That could be the game difference right in there for this inning. Putting a stop to this. You got 2 outs. At this point, you don't care if you get a pop out, if you strike out, or if you get a force out, no matter where it's going.
I mean, if that got to the center field, it's going to be first and second with a run coming in at 5. So, and now they're out of the inning with only 1 hit given up. Number 7, Abby Ferrone just ripped at the shortstop. Shortstop made the play in the air. It's out. No runs on 2 hits. And they go to the bottom of the 3rd, down 4, but a little momentum after those 2 good plays by the defense.
Yeah, SUNY Delhi thinking about putting more on the board, trying to catch back up. They're saying, hey, it's my turn. If they got to force extras, they'll force extras. If they get the win, they get the win.
Lillian Noyes takes the circle once again. Who's done a good job so far. Looks to attack this Delhi lineup once again. We're back. Julian Ponce coming to the plate. Lillian Noyes, who's only given up nothing on no hits and through 2.5. See what she can do in this bottom half of the 3rd. Ponce with a triple on the season. 6 walks, 8 strikeouts, 8 hits, and 8 RBIs. Consistent.
I'll say putting a lot of power on that back.
And like you said, way back, off the top of the fence, Ponce hits. And that'll be a double, Julian Ponce. And that is the 5th hit today that has hit the top of the left field fence.
She put a lot of power on that back leg.
Ponce almost said thank you, thank you. She almost did.
First hit for SUNY Delhi, and it's helpful.
Big double. Ponce checks the dugout and gets the girls going. Trying to find any momentum they can find. Samantha Martin now up, who's had a very good year. Illinois' first adversity of the game. See how she battles. And that is kind of blooped to left field. Tough play, and that'll get down for a hit. Ponce moves to 3rd, so we're going to have 1st and 3rd for Delhi. This is exactly what the Broncos needed. Base runners.
Tell you what, Ponce brings a lot of energy to that dugout. You can see dapping up the coach.
Still dancing a little bit.
Exactly.
As she should. Nothing wrong with that, especially after almost hitting a homer.
You need that on a team. You can't have lackluster energy.
And that'll be in there for strike 1. Stolen base by Samantha Martin. So now we have 2nd and 3rd for the Broncos. 2 in scoring position. And that is kind of blooped towards the pitcher. And that'll be a hit. Infield hit from Martin.
Bases loaded, no outs.
I lied. That wasn't Martin. That was Ferreira helping her own cause. Now his bases loaded. Number 11, Adrian Neff. And meeting of the minds in the middle of the circle. Seeing if the Terriers can make a play with bases loaded and no outs. Up 4-0.
And like up till now, Noyes has really had no trouble. But SUNY Delhi is saying, hey, we didn't travel all this way for nothing, so
3 straight hits. This is when Delhi really can make a little move right here. And Noise with the Terriers in. Throws a strike. The first strike. Anything in the outfield scores at least 2 for the Broncos. That would change this momentum of this ballgame. The wind up in the pitch. And that is to the outfield. If that gets down, that could be trouble, but that is foul. Quick 0-2. Exactly what Noise needed. Neff is on the ball, though. That would have been real trouble if that got down.
Being able to just walk that line would be huge for this team.
That is just missed for ball 1.
Always being up in the count. She can be creative here.
And that is fouled right to my hands almost.
You see fans ducking, covering, screaming.
Happy lookout. There's a good one line. Shooter, was that my 9-iron? And that is fouled straight back. That actually looked like a 9-iron right there.
Oh, he's still ahead in this count.
And that is in there for strike 3. Lillian Noise with a huge strikeout to give them their first out.
Catching Neff is not something you typically see, but only 1 out still. So Maroney wants to see if she can make a difference.
And that is grounded to third base. There's 1 down, and they got the force out at home, exactly what they wanted. And now we have 2 outs with bases loaded.
I actually got Maroney and Sperry mixed up, but Sperry able to get off to first.
Huckabee back up once again. Made a couple great plays in the field. Now gets a chance. Chance at the plate with bases loaded in a big spot. That is just low, ball 1. Let's see if Noise can somehow get out of this with no runs given up. And that is hit hard to right field. And misplayed by the right fielder. That is 2 runs are going to score.
That is a huge error.
Mistake by the right fielder. And that will be 2 runs now. Little change of the game. Noise got a pop fly, and the play couldn't be made.
Second baseman number 6, Riley Martin.
Now Riley Martin up with first and third. That is a good stop there by the catcher.
Huckabee takes a little trot over to second while Thomas is gathering. That's 2 runners in scoring position.
And that is in there for strike 1. Even up the count at 1-1. They're chanting Riley Martin. And that is hit back to right field. And that might get down as well. Another blooper. And that'll score 2 more runs. The game is tied. The game is tied. 2 bloopers to right field have changed this ball game.
4-4, and Martin saying, hey, you're calling my name. Time to send it out, and it's a tie game.
Now we got Carolina Watson, Martin on first, and all of a sudden it's a tie ball game.
Heads up.
for that play would actually be E2M space A6. And then you request that. Show me the play here in a second. What is it?
And a throw back down to first.
Play at home plate.
Scared the Riley Martin just a little.
The Husson game that she kicked
2-1 count
and dropped it. They want an arrow to catch it.
to Caroline Watson.
No, they're gonna spike it in the ground.
And that is fouled back. Watch out.
I don't care enough to fight it. If she wants to change it, it's her. What's the benefit to it? Like, is the shortstop doesn't have any errors on the year? Is that what the problem is?
2-2 count, 2 outs. Change of pace here. It was 4-0 just a minute ago, and it's 4-4 now.
It's in the dirt. Like, she has to reach down and grab it. That's not a month.
I'm trying to find if it's in the stats manual.
And this count is full. Lillian Noyes is fighting now. All that momentum, Alex, is kind of gone.
And I mentioned it earlier. Every sport is just a game of momentum. Every sport with a ball, I should say.
I mean, she's up to 43 in the pitch count after she was really low going into this top half.
I'll tell Mac to come up here. I would gladly have him teach him art. If you wanted to. I would gladly.
Always looking over, trying to get her approval.
This is what we're doing for stats going forward.
Wind up in the pitch. And that is grounded towards the shortstop. Morris makes the play. And that momentum has switched. The Thomas Terriers still in the driver's seat to do some damage, but Delhi, 4-4 ball game all of a sudden. 5 hits, and we will be right back going to the top of the 4th here at Husson University. I'm Will Cavanaugh with Alex Mooney. Top of the 4th, Leah Knight will face Ferrara. See if Thomas can kind of switch that momentum back in their favor.
Same as a pick at first base. No, it didn't touch the ground. He did. She scoops it out of the plate. But it doesn't matter. It's still not. It's a low throw. The throw's down here. No, watch her throw. Yes. She is. It's below the knee. It's a low throw. It's a low throw. He said 3 for 11.
That is ball 1. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like we're fighting over an error or a hit.
I don't know. I'm just here.
That is in there for strike 1, 1-1.
I don't know. Ferrera's probably happy and probably not quaking in the boots as much now that it's a tie game.
That's a difference there, yeah, but it was a low throw. Because we went back
Ferrara just misses inside and tight
a couple minutes on
tonight. Now it's 2-1.
the play should have been made, but yeah, it was a low throw. That's a tough play for a catcher. She should have turned the glove, but
And that is fouled hard. Just over the Thomas dugout. Even it up at 2-2. Hopefully this rain stays away, Alex. A couple icky clouds coming from just right field.
That'd probably be more for the better. Selfishly, I don't really want a wet ride home on my motorcycle.
That is ripped to center, but the center fielder makes the play, kind of line out right to her.
returning to the top of the order, the second baseman, number 10, Brooklyn
Looks
Federico.
like Carolina Bernard making that easy play.
Brooklyn Federico back up once again.
A little bit of a different time since the last time she was up.
Couple very different scenarios. We'll wind up in the pitch, and that is in there for ball 1, just below the knees. We're kind of finding a little rhythm now. That is in there for ball 2.
Is that ball? I think it's 2-0. Was it 2-0? I think so. I missed the play probably. No, I missed it too. I didn't see that call.
That is ball 3.
Having a hard time finding the strike zone on this opportunity.
This early. Because 11's not even close to hitting.
See if Farrar can kind of figure it out on this one.
Like, they would do it in the, it was a statement.
That is in there for strike 1.
Which is nuts.
Ferrara, that's good.
Green ones.
Excuse me, Ferreira, that's good.
Wind up in the pitch. And that is in there for strike 2. Battling back against the leadoff hitter.
She can get this strikeout. That's going to be a huge momentum change for her.
Totally agree after being down 3-0. Wind up in the pitch. And that is popped up towards the second baseman. She's made a few plays today. Riley Martin makes another one.
See the energy shift.
You can feel it.
It's always important when you have energy shifters on your team.
Maddie Morris up again. And that is ripped to the shortstop. Good play. Great play there by the shortstop. On shortstop. Number 9, Stephanie Huckabee, dives to her backhand and makes the great throw to first base for the final out.
Look at Ponce. Every time having that stretch makes it look effortless.
I have not seen Ponce make a mistake today. And yes, I'm knocking on wood.
Some players, and to be honest, others are energy shifting.
Noyes does make her way back out after a rough last inning. There has been a right field sub. Corinne Vassaberry has come in to play right field. We are back here in the bottom of the 4th. Carly Bernard up against Lillian Noyes.
Looks like Bassaveri is going to be the only sub for him. She beat it out.
Maddie Morris makes the play. What a stretch. What a stretch by Megan Oberholzer.
I can feel the pain from here.
I was going to say the same thing. Kudos to that one. Very impressive. Give every first baseman credit when I see a stretch like that. Baseball or softball.
I'll tell you what, too, that was not a gentle stretch. This time Ponce was up. She had a nice, almost a home run, little stand-up double.
Ooh. That is just foul. Ponce from Staten Island, New York. Plays first and third. Doesn't have a homer in her career, but she was pretty close last at bat.
Yeah, she toe dragged it, spun around past it. She toe dragged it, spun around past it, and shot it. I go, that's not a double assist. Lucky it's not even an assist. Lucky it is. It's just the last 2 guys who touched it. Or girls.
Ponce really wanted that one to drop in.
And that is up for ball 3. After the last piece of hitting from Ponce, I think Noyes is kind of trying to stay away from the middle of the plate. There's a 3-1 windup and pitch. And Ponce sees strike 2. The count is now full. Wind up in the payoff pitch. Ponce fouls out hard down the first base line. Just missed it. Foul ball.
Just talking to the line, but not quite walking with it.
Another big pitch here from Noyes. Wind is howling to left center. And that is foul off. Look out.
I went a little more inside for a liking.
That was a good fight off by Ponce. Doesn't want to strike out here, but that was not the pitch she wanted. She's looking to really attack this ball. Wind up in the pitch. And that is hit hard to right field. And that'll drop in again. That is just the spot for Delhi to hit to. That is 3 hits in a row to right field.
Yeah, unfortunately, all those times, right field's just been having it a little shallow, and you win some, you lose some.
Raspberry just came in, and she's playing a little deep. And that kind of blooper just snuck down. Looks like we will have a pinch runner. Gabrielle Avalon, who came into pinch run last game. Ponce did her job. Now it's time for Samantha Martin. No, I lied. Yes, Samantha Martin to do her job and get Avalon home with 1 out. That is inside for ball 1. Big spot here for Samantha Martin. That Delhi bench is loud right now.
If you're Delhi, you're still riding on some momentum. Noyes has been pitching a lot. Came out pretty battered up after last inning, and this inning, Ponce got him off to a good start once more.
Noyes takes a breather. 1-1 to Martin.
If you're Thomas, you got to realize it's still anybody's game right now. This
100%.
is a tie game.
That momentum they lost kind of been down since. That's fouled straight up. Can the catcher make a play? And she does. Great play, underhand grab by number 22, Carly Jarvis, to get the second out of the inning. That is a big out for Noyes.
Huge right there. Being able to turn around, find that ball, hugging that line. Tightrope the net. 2 outs now, and you have a pinch runner.
Farrar here to help her own cause at the plate. Pitching and hitting Shohei Ohtani style.
Who's that again? I'm just kidding.
That's funny.
Big Dodgers fan.
Tell me you're lying.
No.
You're not a Red Sox fan?
I left once we got rid of Mookie.
Ah, you're one of them. I'm a diehard Mookie guy, but come on.
Can't beat him, join him.
We'll never be the same after that trade. Tell you that. It is a 3-0 count to Ferrara. And that's in there for strike 1 to get it to 3-1.
Didn't even attempt to go for that.
That Delhi dugout is louder than it has been all weekend. Feeling a little momentum right now. And that is ripped through the shortstop. This could be trouble. This could be trouble. And they're going home. Play at the plate, and she's gone. Maddie Morris makes a great throw to save a run after a stand-up double by Ferrara.
And after those ones, you kind of do more of a, that's requires more of a frontward slide, a little starfish out. Try and touch it with that offhand, but unfortunately going feet first.
Great piece of hitting, but what a play by the center fielder to get it in. But Matty Morris made the throw of the game so far to save a run. So we are going to the top of the 5th after a clutch play by the Thomas Terriers. Sneak away with not giving up a run.
9 outs each team. No one scores, we're going in extras.
Farrar, after that double, is back in the circle. About to face Oberholzer, who is not the easiest out, I'll tell you that.
Oh, but she can get Oberholzer to chase. She's already got 1 home run. It's almost kind of like when you get a first block in basketball, or if you're a pitcher and you get your first strikeout to start the match. You're going to keep chasing.
Leading off for the Terriers in the top of the 5th. The first base number 30, Megan Oberholzer.
Lefty on lefty. Line up in the pitch. And that skips in for ball 1.
Totally different scenery now. Almost looks like we've been crowded by a big gray haze.
That is strike 1 to even up the count. The Terriers dugout is quiet. That momentum shift a couple innings ago really killed the momentum for the Terriers.
I don't know who's the hype individual for them, but they need to kind of get this bench up and moving once more.
Oberholzer's going to kick herself on that one. That was a middle pitch that she just missed. Foul. Kind of rolled over it on the first base side, but that was middle. 1-2 count. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that is swung on and missed. That is a big strikeout on the changeup. Ferreira will take that any day of the week.
Yeah, just dropped right down, and Ferreira got her on that little change of speed, and now we got 1 out.
Now you got the Manny Ramirez after Big Papi. Maeve Hickok, who really brings in some pop, so the Terriers need something to get going.
5'9" sophomore, looking to try and get something started where they left off in that second inning.
That is inside for ball 2. Hitters count here. Hickok. Wind up in the pitch. And that is outside. 3 balls in a row. After a huge strikeout. Is behind in this at bat.
No chase gives you grace. But sometimes you get a swing at the ace.
And that is hit hard, but foul. Watch out. Full count.
If you're Ferreira, you can see if you can get a little chase, but it's a coin flip at this moment.
See if she goes back to that off speed. And she did not. She went fastball, and that is grounded to second base. And that has just been a vacuum cleaner over there. Riley Martin is, knock on wood again, has not made a mistake. I think that just right side of that infield has really done a good job.
And defensively, too. Ever since that little 4-0 spout, Suni's been pretty grounded.
Jenny Witten back up with 2 outs, nobody on. Got to give Ferrara credit. She has really calmed down after those 4 runs in the second inning. Has really done a good job since.
I'll still be pitching in this moment. It's pretty extraordinary because usually once the pitcher goes through that, they're done.
That is ripped to center field for a base hit. That might be even more middle than earlier. Jenny Witten back on base. That is a big hit for the Terriers. Maybe gain some momentum.
Smart play from Bernard, too. You got 2 outs. You only have 1 person on. At the moment, you had none. No need to try and make something spectacular. Keep it easy. Keep it simple. Trust Ferrara to retire.
One 1 count. Witten on. Big spot here for the Terriers. That is popped up. Tough play for the catcher. I think it's going to be out of play. Good try. Really good effort by the catcher. Neff to really, the ball kind of ran in the net, but almost made a heck of a play on that.
Quick reflexes. Ditches the helmet. Flies over. There's no net. Maybe she gets to it.
Bassferry, who came in for the right fielder, gets a chance to hit this year, or this game. Has had a solid year in the limited appearances. Good at bat so far. Going on its 6th pitch. Two count, 2 outs. Wind up in the payoff pitch. That is popped up towards the first base side. Ponce does what she does and makes the play. And gives a little yell to the squad to get them going.
The Terriers at the top of the 5th. No runs on a 1 hit and 1 run left on base. 2 up for Delhi. Next.
We will be right back.
Welcome back. Adrian Neff going to be starting off at the plate. Noise remaining at pitching. If you're just tuning in with us here, the ball 1 goes by inside. If you're just tuning in with us here, Thomas started off with a 4-0 lead in the top of the 2nd, and then in the bottom of the 3rd, SUNY Delhi went on their own 4-0 run. Chopper into left field. Neff's going to have a stand-up single. She'll sit right there.
The right field number 19, Grace Sperry.
And up from right field, Grace Sperry. First year out of Hartwick, New York. Looking to try and put SUNY Delhi on top. Pitch, bunt. Thomas going to get the easy out at first. That's going to be Neff that stays on at second, being in scoring position.
Shortstop, 9, Stephanie Huckabee.
Huckabee's done a really good job in the field and at the plate this weekend. Very impressive. I mean, a career 400 hitter with 3 home runs and 47 RBIs. That is pretty good.
Most certainly, most certainly.
Only a sophomore as well. Noise still in there. 1-1 count. That is popped up to right field. That's very going to have her hands full. And she makes the underhand play and a big throw to third. Almost makes a play at third on the tag runner. That's very had her hands full in her second time and makes a good play.
And right field's been the name of the game for a lot of these hits that have been troublesome. A Neff now looking in scoring position.
And that is ripped. That'll be a base hit. Delhi takes the lead of this ball game.
This is their first lead they have had this game. And you can see they are all up in smiles. And Thomas, despite only being down one, it's showing a lot of defeated looks when they are still very much in this game.
Riley Martin with a big hit there to put the Broncos up one. And that is another going to be drop down for a base hit. 2 straight hits for the Broncos. These Broncos got 10 hits in this top of 6 inning. I mean, this is impressive. After this start was 4-0.
And New York really bringing their New York swagger in for what has been a comeback.
The Terriers can leave this to just 1 run given up. That'd be huge. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Only 6 outs left, but the issue is this could also get the bases loaded with Ponce coming up, who has been red hot in this game.
Yeah, she's got the hot bat today, and she loves it. You can see that she's more than willing to embrace that role.
This gets to a 2-1 count. Illinois with a lot of long looks towards the dugout right now.
She started off with a pretty quick pace, and she's somewhat gone away from that. I don't know if it's to slow her down or what the philosophy is behind it.
3-1 now. Last thing Thomas wants is Ponce coming up with bases loaded. And that is a little blooper towards the shortstop, and that is going to, Maddie Morse is going to make the play. They're going to sneak out, only giving up 1 run on 1 hit and 3 runners left on base.
1 run on 3 hits and 2 runners left on base. Go for the
My
Terriers.
pardon, 2 runners left on base.
Jarvis.
So we're going to the bottom of the 6th, a 1-run ball game. With Ferrara heading back out to the mound. We'll take a quick break and be right back. We're back. Carly Jarvis on the left side of the plate. Has caught a good game today, facing the lefty.
And Sudi plays her cards right. They only have to hit 1 more time.
That is a slap hit to the shortstop. And that is a bad throw. Ponce had 0 chance at that one. Jarvis will reach second on an error. That is a big error.
It's thrown a little too high, a lot too high for Ponce to be able to jump up and grab that. Ponce is a pretty good first baseman, so if you're going to throw it, you got to throw it at least in the vicinity.
And there's the small ball bunt attempt, but no can do. Ball 1. Had a feeling this is coming. Thomas only down 1 run. Got to try to push Jarvis over to the third if they can. Corners are in. And there's the bunt back towards the pitcher. And they got the out at first. Tough play. But now with only one out, Leah Knight comes up with a runner on third. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a little more small ball with only one out.
Credit to Farron, too, right there. It's a well-placed bunt, able to squeeze out to third.
See if Knight tries to get one down. Corners are in again. And she pulls it back for ball 2.
I like the way Thomas is thinking. They're not focusing on trying to hit a slug or hit something crazy. They just want to get a run in and tie this game even keel.
Sometimes small ball action is the way to go. And that is just outside for ball 3. This is a big spot, 3-0. Ferrara needs a strike here. And try to fight back in this at-bat. And that'll be in there for strike 1 on the outside corner for 3-1. Look to get the bunt down this time.
Good job not to force. Can't really smack that outside of the barrel if you're going to be bunting. It just puts too much loft on the ball.
And she gets that one down, but it does go foul, make the count full. Ferrara fighting all the way back. A big spot.
And Knight chased him right there, too. Ferrara doing a good job at throwing it a little low, but if you're Knight, up and down's all you really need with a bunt. You don't need to push it into it.
Wind up at the payoff pitch, 1 out. And that'll be ball 4. Great at bat by Leah Knight. And look who is walking to the plate. Brooklyn Federico with runners on first and third. Exactly who they'd want up in this situation.
Federico, a little bit of a quiet personality, but definitely not quiet on the plate.
And she's going, and they throw it to the second baseman. Not a bad play there by the catcher in Delhi, but no can do. Thomas, third base coach, makes sure that Jarvis didn't go. Now you got 2 ducks in the pond with 1 out. Ball the outfield might score 2 for the Thomas Terriers to take the lead.
If you're, I almost called them Husson due to green. If you're SUNY Delhi, you gotta take a breath one at a time. Don't fix what isn't broken.
And that is going to be a base hit. That scores 1. They send 2. The throw down, and she is safe. The Thomas Terriers take a 6-5 lead in the top of the 6th inning.
Like I said, doesn't take too much. Federico, but it doesn't take too much to, change positions. And
on cue, Megan Stone walks out to the dugout. Ferrara did a good job today.
Federico, both times they've needed her, she's delivered.
I'm curious to see who will be coming in to pitch. Looks like number 8, Michaela Wright. She is a middle infielder and a right-handed pitcher. In her 8 games started hitting, she's 3 for 4. And she has 17 Ks and 6.18 ERA. Only a freshman, though. Not a lot of chances. Can't really just go off that. Comes in a NAC playoff game.
Never better time than exposure like that.
Time to see if she's got it.
Now in the circle for SUNY Delhi, number 8, Michaela Wright.
you're Delhi, you got to put a stop to this. Plenty of game left.
Matty Morris up the shortstop. Now Thomas is loud.
It's almost like Federico is that silent leader.
And that is hit hard to right field. That's going to be a tough play. That is the second out of the inning. Hard hit. And look who's coming up to the plate. Not who I would want to see with a little momentum going Thomas's way.
So you're going to make her chase. Chase inside. You don't need her chasing on the outside. Get her away from that barrel. I'd be curious. See, I understand Federico wants to add to this lead, but be curious to see if Federico does try and steal, because you can risk it for a biscuit or put faith in Oberholzer.
Two 2-0.
All conference goalie, don't start the year. And actually, Ryan Holt, who didn't play here in the season-ending game, broke his finger and still played.
Right, starting off a little slow with that 3-0. Now she's got to pitch inside.
Dunstan broke his here, right in the middle.
And she will look at strike one.
And he shipped out this summer in his internship. He needed his finger working, so it was just at the point where if he got it done in time, he would be fine. So he chose to sit out. Our other starting midfielder, he's done, career done with concussions.
Lined up in a 3-1 pitch. And that is ball 4. With Hickok coming up.
Easy to look down if you're Delhi, but think in the positive way. You got to force out at first, second, third. You pick your poison, you'll find it.
That's outside for ball 1. That is just up at the letters for ball 2.
Despite being a freshman, that's where you got to kind of take the reins, take the bull by the horn, and say, you know what? I can play. Let me show you why.
We now have bases loaded.
Quick in and out here for. They're bringing Dickel back in from the first game.
Dickel will be taking the mound, probably take a few warm-ups. 20 Ks on the year. 5.11 ERA. Coming in with 2 outs and bases loaded.
Dickel had a good outing against Kovalskill. Just going to have to continue to add to it. Delhi just needs to get with an out, and then they got their catalyst and their hype.
Penny Witten, who's had a very, very good ball game, comes off in the biggest spot of the game. Only up 1 run.
Dickel trying to find that outside spot.
Speed is definitely up. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that is a soft roller to second. Play is made, and that'll be 3 outs. And Delhi sneaks away.
Big escape right there for Delhi.
3 runners left on base. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Delhi down 1. We will be right back. Ponce up once again, who almost had a bases loaded chance last inning.
Both teams leaving it out on bases loaded.
Still a big at bat, but definitely a different situation now with nobody on. Noise still in the game.
That's right. She did get in the fight at first base. This was the girl.
Is that Preston shut up or put up?
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, she's done good at first, too.
Noise at 83 pitches. Big swing and a miss by Ponce. 2-2 count now.
I don't know if the sunglasses help anymore, but the aura.
Exactly. Wind up in the pitch. That'll be in there for strike 3. That is a big strikeout for Noise. 1 down.
Tell Ponce thought it was outside, and after thinking on it, it's a little upset. Didn't take the crack at it, but
They are 5 outs away from a huge comeback win, the Thomas Terriers. That is a fly ball towards the right. Tough play. And it's dropped by Vassberry, almost the play of the weekend.
and that right field spot, they have not done them any favors.
Short right field has killed both teams, really. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know about you, I think that should probably have been the second baseman's ball.
Maybe because it's just because I'm a little quick, but I always would be like, if I was in the right field and had anything shallow, I'd scream, everyone get away.
That little delay, even if it's a split second, kind of screw up the chemistry between the second baseman and right fielder. That is ripped.
What a
That is
rocket.
fair ball down the third base line.
She's going home.
They are sending her. This could tie the ball game. This could tie the ball game.
She's out.
And she is out at third base, but that is a triple and ties this ball game.
A fortunate base running going to third. I think second might have been the way to go, but it's a tie game.
Angela Dickel with a double and then thrown out at third, but does get the RBI. And that is a change of events very fast.
How about Dickel coming into the game pretty tired? She pitched all last game and She makes her mark pretty quickly on both ends.
Now the big stick of Neff definitely can continue this.
I mean, it's not a bad heads-up play. I don't hate it. Then you got a runner on third with one out. Winning run.
And that is ripped. Oh, what a play by Maddie Morris at shortstop. That could have been the play of the weekend as well.
Let's see if we get extra innings. If we're going to chill.
We are going to the top of the 7th inning, 6-6 ball game. What a game we have here, Alex.
Pretty good day of softball. A little chilly.
It is getting a little chilly. And that sun went down and not even any chance around with the clouds. It's just, it got pretty cold pretty fast. Number 3, Caroline Vassberry is going to lead us off against Dickel in this top half of the 7th inning. This is the last inning unless no fireworks happen.
Leading off for the Terriers in the top of the 7th, the right fielder number 3, Corinne Vassberry.
Vassberry leading us off. Wind up in the pitch from Dickel. That hit her elbow. He says no. I think it did. It was a tough play there. Still 2-0.
Basically like a 0-0 ball game right now.
My dad believes if you wear those pads, you should have to wear them in the field and when you run too. Yeah, you should have to. But with those like glove, you should have to wear it. If you're gonna wear it on the bases, you should have to wear it in the field.
Shows bunt, and that'll be ball 4, 4-pitch walk. So if she got hit or not.
If you're Dicko, I don't really mind that. Double play possibility. Trust your infield. They've been pretty stellar.
Charlie Jarvis, the catcher. Early base runners is exactly what they needed. No outs. And there's the jab. That will get down for a base hit. And a little jab base hit left to the shortstop. And now we have two runners on base in the top of the 7th with no outs.
Unfortunate for Huckabee. Originally had her weight shifted to the left. Just had to try and switch it back at the last second. Couldn't quite get there in time. Crone trying to make her mark. She already had a sack bunt at one point.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see another. Or she just rips a interesting play here. So a diving play by Martin, dropped, but then gets the force out at third. Very interesting happening right there.
I think if I'm going to try and make any logic of it is maybe hyper fixated on that one moment and would rather not sacrifice her getting the third and only having the second will play out. But
so now we have first and second again, but with one out. And Leonidas up. Let's see if she can get something to the outfield, maybe score the runner to take the lead. And that is strike one to even up the count, 1-1. Dickel's trying to get in a rhythm. And there's the bunt. That's a great bunt. And now you're going to have second and third. They do get the out at first. Second and third with Brooklyn Federico coming up with 2 down.
This isn't the only time Dickel's seen herself in a sticky position.
And
Came in with the bases loaded, and all she needs is one out.
Federico's the one that came up clutch a couple innings ago to score those 2 runs. Can she do it again? And then it swung on and missed. Oh, they said foul ball.
If you're Dickel, you can make him chase.
And that is hit very hard, but foul ball down the left field line.
You're up in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Take a chance.
That was probably the hardest hit ball of the day. Doesn't matter when it's foul.
A few rockets.
Quick down 0-2. Huge, huge, huge pitch here. And that is hammered. But foul. And top of the car, that was almost a windshield. Still 0-2, but Federico is on this. All she got to do is straighten it out a little bit, and this could open up this ball game. Wind up in the pitch, and she sees ball 1. She almost went for that.
Good resistance right there. She knows that she's going to be tested. It's a lot easier said than done when you're having a ball flying at Mach 10 at you.
Here's the wind up in the pitch. And that is inside ball 2. Good fight here by Federico. If I'm Dickel, I do not want to see another batter. All square at 2-2, 2 outs. And that is a grounder. Tough play at short. Can she make it? Ponce makes the play at first. And they are out of there. We are going to the bottom of the 7th. Are we going to see some fireworks, Alex?
I think so. Delhi's got a lot of momentum since Dickel came back in.
Noise is getting sent back out to the circle to finish this ball game. Hopefully. But it is 6-6. We have a tie ball game going into the 7th inning. We'll take a 1-minute break right here at Husson University. Grace Sperry up in a big, big spot here at Husson University. Bottom 7. And that is in there for strike 1. Lillian Noyes is still out here grinding.
Credit to her. She started off a little choppy. Went 3 innings unanswered. Then was answered. Now she's trying again.
And that is fouled off back. 0-2 count already. Wind up and the pitch. And let go by Sperry. Now 1-2 count. And that bounces in. Last thing that can happen for Thomas is a base runner with no outs.
You know, too, they're not afraid to pinch run. So if they want someone on, they're going to put them right there. All they need is 1.
And that is called strike 3 at the knees. Lillian Noyes with a big K.
Huge strike 4.
Shortstop, number 9, Stephanie.
If there was anybody in this spot that they'd want in this spot, it'd be Stephanie Huckabee. That is in there for strike 1. Delhi being a little more patient his last few at-bats.
Can't change can't change anything. You got to stick right to it. And a nice gap in that right center and left center.
He's in there for ball 1.
Unless their 4-hole hitter can end it for them. I think Martin's the one that hit the grand slam.
That is in there for strike 2. Delhi behind an account once again. And the changeup got her. Back-to-back Ks for Lillian Noyes in the bottom of the 7th.
This is a huge up bat right here. I haven't said this much, but usually I said all you need is a single and just start small. You hit this deep, make sure it leaves.
Riley Martin, I can feel the aura. And a half swing, foul ball. A 1. And that is in there for strike 2. Noyes getting ahead early. Delhi hasn't been ahead in any of these counts in this bottom half.
Delhi is almost being a little too patient. They're letting too many balls go across the plate in the zone.
I agree. Wind up in the pitch. And strikes out the side. Lillian Noyes with the best inning of the day, and it's the last one. We are going to extras.
No runs, no hits, and no runners left on base.
Blame Alex Mooney, who called it about an hour ago.
I said extra innings at the
Second inning mark. I
bottom
think?
of the second.
Yep.
I said, I bet this game goes to extras. I'll take it. I'm used to working 24-hour shifts. I could just go home in my bed. I'm just happy with that.
I think we ought to bring the runner on second back.
I'd say in this moment, neither team really has momentum. I feel like we'll see.
It's gone a little quiet, I agree.
I'm going to say whoever overthinks it less. Whoever does not overthink it,
I like that.
I think will come out on top. Delhi was very too patient. Thomas does not need anything crazy.
Leading off the Terriers in the top of the 8th.
Just play simple.
The shortstop,
Keep it simple.
number 4, Maddie Morris.
Maddie Morris, looking back, might have made the play of the tournament with how big of that play was. Stopped at least a run, and then they got out of it. See strike 1.
Curious to see if fatigue alters the pitching at all for Dickel.
That is grounded to short, and she boots it. That is going to be a base runner for Thomas.
An easy play right there for Huckabee.
First baseman, number 30, Megan Overhalser.
Definitely a tough play there.
Good hit by Morris.
And probably the person you don't want to see right now is Megan Oberholzer at the plate. Don't give her a fastball on the inner half. Sun's trying to come out. And on the inner half, there's the base hit on the fastball. And all of a sudden, Thomas, first and second with no outs.
If you're Delhi, take a breath. Nothing crazy going on. Just take a breath. If you're Thomas, this is a really nice position.
Oberholzer's done her job once again in that 3 position.
What change in the day, too? Glasses, no glasses, glasses, no glasses. Glasses are back out.
Hail.
Hail, too.
And we're going to have a pinch runner for Oberholzer. So we'll have, like I said, first and second.
Pitch running for the Terriers, number 9, Bella Medeiros.
Bella Mejirdos plays catcher and infield. The freshman will be running. And that is a soft ground ball. Tough play. And, they said a foul ball. I think Thomas got away with one there. That would have been first and second with one out. Instead, or with 2 outs, my pardon.
Third baseman. The designated player number 8, Jenny Whitten.
No, she didn't get out. They
She didn't get out?
They called it a foul ball.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was wrong. It's okay, 1-1 count. They called it a foul ball off her foot. Interesting. What's the count? 1-1.
And that is fouled hard. Count is now 1-2. Dickel gets ahead for the first time in a while, Alex.
Yeah, Thomas, a couple times. Now, 2 spots in a row they've been in this position, but Dickel's bailed him out both times. We'll see if she can continue.
And that is strike 3. That is a big strikeout by Dickel.
What a catch, too, by Neff. Looked like she was going to
Agreed.
muff it. Brought it back in.
So now Jenny Whitten.
Player number 8, Jenny Whitten.
You're going to get something. You're going to want a double play here. I'm someone who's cheap, and 2's better. 2 for 1's better than none.
That Thomas bench is louder than ever.
Just something that they needed. We mentioned earlier they did not really have their spice.
Oh, that was hit hard. Watch out. 1-1 now to Whitten. Here's the windup and the pitch. That is inside for ball 2 to Whitten. And that is blooped foul back towards the Delhi bench.
Contact. It's too low on it. Whitten hasn't had anything crazy today, but better late than never. You show up now, hometown hero right there.
That is low for ball 3 to full up the count. What an important pitch for these 2 teams riding on this season.
I'm going to say this is a game-deciding pitch right here.
And that is grounded towards the third base. This could be a double play. Oh, that could be really bad. That could be an error.
And no runners advance, just second and first. I don't know what was the holdup there.
Somehow we are in 2 outs with first and second. It should probably be first and third, but Emily Rock coming in to pinch run. Still confused.
Pitch running for the Terriers.
I don't know what the holdup was on that.
Nobody ran on that.
It's the first error we've seen from Ponce. I mean, the throw was in the dirt. It wasn't really to her, but that's huge. That's a big pitch, and you have a force out anywhere now. 2 force outs at third.
And that is jabbed back third baseline again. Bassberry. Thomas might have lost their opportunity here. I mean, that should have been second and third. Instead, it's first and second. 2 down.
They have been knocking at the door to home, just they haven't gotten an answer yet.
And that's 3 outs. Delhi sneaks out of that, still all square. Unreal going to the bottom of the 8th. We will take one quick break and be right back. And we are back here again in the bottom of the 8th.
Designated player number 7, Carolina Watson.
Carolina Watson seeing if she can get these Delhi Broncos some momentum. Been out here for a long time. Something's got to give. Something has to give for one of these teams. Noise battling in the 8th inning. That arm's got to be getting tired. She had a great inning last inning, though. That is swung on and missed by Watson.
Yeah, you gotta chill if you're going upstairs.
Alex, what does the Broncos have to do better this inning than they did the last half?
You need to not let strikes go by as much. They need to be swinging at the plate. They don't need to swing at everything, but pitches
like
not
there was
like
a few
that one
close
when
ones.
they're a little more in. You gotta be swinging at that outside zone.
There was definitely some close ones they kind of watched go by last inning. And the changeup swung on and missed for strike 2.
We were down 24-13 in set 3. And came back and won 32-30 and went on to win the entire set. When I was at 8th grade. That's what was going through my mind. That's a long time.
1-2
Oh, NEC.
to Watson. The windup from Noise. And the changeup, ground ball to third base side, and they say foul ball. We got to be louder there. Nobody knew that it was a foul ball except the
Home
catcher.
plate up.
It's most definitely foul.
That's how somebody gets hurt, like pulling a hammy right down the first baseline. They didn't have it outside.
Okay, back to 1-2. Noise versus Watson. Wind up and the pitch. And that is swung on and missed. Noise with another big strikeout.
Big out for him right there.
Center fielder number 16, Carolina Bernard.
Carly Bernard steps up. It's kind of gone quiet here. Something's got to give, and that is ripped up the middle for a base hit.
Bet she goes too.
That is a big base hit for the Delhi Broncos with Julian Ponce stepping up.
26, Julian Ponce.
Hey, she's 2 for 3 today. She got pinch hit for the entire weekend. Till this day. Did she really? Wow. That's a way you can make a statement to a coach. Exactly, right? Hey. What's going on? Ball came in fair territory.
There hasn't been many hotter hitters than Julian Ponce.
And Ponce has been letting it fly today.
I mean, she was inches away from a homer earlier. If she gets one out there this time, this game's over.
If she hits one here, she hits tomorrow.
Ponce trying to advance them to tomorrow.
Ponce sees ball 2.
Do you ever have that happen to you, coach? Bench a guy and they come off the bench late, score a game-winning goal, and look at you like, yeah, you made a mistake. Usually the other way around. They take somebody off the bench, put them in, and they score.
And that is a quick 3-0. They do not want to pitch to Ponce right now.
That's never happened. It could have. I can't remember yesterday, Joe. Not that far back.
3-0. Guessing this will be a take pitch here.
reflexes right there from Jarvis. Ponce can't be too ambitious right here. Don't be afraid to take the walk. You only got one out.
And Ponce, this fight from Noise is great to see. It is up to full. Mano y mano right here. There was not a pitch of the game so far. Here we are. And Ponce rips one but foul.
Good contact, good contact.
And I looked at him and I go, he's like third all time in assists. He goes, yeah, the throwing is going away. I go, you tell me you had the ability to do it, you wouldn't do it right now? Because I remember Andrew Austin in high school. You could throw it 3/4 the length of the field and you could change a field just like that. You can't defend it.
And that is ball four, a big at bat by Julian Ponce. And she gives a look back at the dugout and says, let's go.
Well done, well done.
Samantha Martin, who remember is hitting .350 this year, has 26 hits and 14 RBIs. Another person they're not grumpy with that's up at the plate right now.
All she needs is one. Runner and scoring, winning run right on second base right now.
See if they go small ball or not. I'm going to guess not. They're going to probably let her hit. A one, foul back.
They were on a roll. That was the year they won the title. My first fall. It was the year all those guys they won. 2014? No, 2000. Oh, yeah. Bowden came into town. Yeah, because I think we got him. I don't think you did. This is what you talk about. It's like they're gonna love international style right now. Because why is that? They're gonna let you flirt around with it on the back line, and they're gonna play 2 counters, and they're gonna put both of them in for 30 yards out. Score 2 goals in the first half. How'd you know that? Your international style doesn't work against the best team. You've got to play the ball long and beat them at their game. I can't believe that.
1-1 here. One out. And that is in there at the knees for strike two. Beg my pardon. It's 0-2, not 1-2. All you're going to want to do now is try to get the ball in play, make something happen. And that is just outside. It looked like he was going to say strike three, and he says no.
Check swing right there. Martin keeping it intact.
And Delhi runners stay 2-2. Good block there, Jarvis. You can feel the intensity kind of into the stands right now.
Noise takes her own time.
And that is fouled back. Good fight here.
Martin staying in it.
They were 25 that year, and they won the national championship before to let them get it. That's got to be one of the best teams I've ever seen.
A 2-2 offering from Noise, who's been on the mound for a long time. And changeup misses. Count is now full. We're up to 118 pitches from Lillian Noise.
They're going to leave her in for the rest, most likely.
And that's a grounder towards third, the easiest play of the game. And that is a double play. Thomas with a huge double play, and we are going to the 9th inning. And we are now in the top of the 9th inning with number 22 stepping up, Carly Jarvis, to face Dickel once again. I mean, something's got to give, you'd think. I mean, you can cut the tension with a knife right now. And that's strike one. Luckily, the sun started to come out, so even with all the clouds going away a little bit, we're going to get a little more light for a little longer. That is a swinging bunt down the third base line, and that'll be go down as a hit. That is the definition of a swinging bunt. Probably should have tried to let that go foul. Couldn't tell with the spin from up here.
Center fielder number 7, Abby Farrow.
Abby Farrow now steps up. Sandown, New Hampshire, grad student. And the bunt attempt is pulled back for strike one. I think the entire Thomas faithful is standing on their feet right now. And the bunt is down. That's pretty good. And they're trying to get the out at first. And safe. Thomas with 2 base runners now, first and second with no outs. She gritties back to the bag, trying to get the Thomas dugout some momentum. Leah Knight coming up, the senior from Winslow, Maine, been in these spots before. What do you say? The top of the order coming up soon. Double play would be huge right now for the Delhi Broncos as the temperature drops. Wonder, I won't guess, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see another bunt attempt. Trying to get to the top of the order with somebody on third. We got Ponce almost at home plate. A little intimidation factor. Staring her down a little bit, trying to get in her head. And pulls back, but that'll be ball one, 1-1. Wind up in the pitch, and that'll be a foul ball, strike 2. Do you still bunt with 2 strikes? I've seen it a few times today, Alex.
I'm not a fan of it.
I'm also not, but maybe that's why I'm up here. Big pitch here, wind up, and that is foul ball. Ponce onto it. Can't make the play. Staying alive, Leah Knight.
Those are the type of plays, too, that kind of bite you when you have that very small shift. But
1-2 tonight. Quick glimpse at the dugout. Dickel. And that is upstairs for ball 2. Just missed. The wind just switched back out, pushing to left center field. And what a look by Leah Knight. That was right on the should be a full count.
oh, the confusion is here, but
According to my stats, it should be a full count, but I could be wrong. Now it is a full count. Don't blame the Thomas coach. Give her a girl a quick breath. And that is ripped right back to the pitcher. And that is over the head of the third baseman. And the third baseman rolls an ankle, and they're going to score. They're going to score at least 2 runs. And the Thomas Terriers take a 2-run lead in the top of the 9th inning. Dickel, who has made so many throws today. Dickel has just done such a good job out of the bullpen and threw a good game earlier. Just throws it over the head of the third baseman. She tried to make the play. It looked like she came back down on the base. Not the easiest play to make.
No.
Just give him a minute. She is walking on her own power with a small limp, but I think she's okay.
Returning to the top of the order, second baseman number 10, Brooklyn Federico.
Kayla Maroney, that over there at third, tried to do her best to make that play. And now we have a 2-run ball game all of a sudden with Thomas.
Thomas sticks us out.
And that is ripped to center field. And that will be down. Bad bounce as well. That gets past the center fielder. And that is going to be 3 runs. A stand-up double by you-know-who, Brooklyn Federico. Thomas Terriers can feel it now.
Shortstop number 4, Maddie Morris.
Only one senior in the starting lineup, too, for SUNY Delhi.
And that is ripped down third base line. Foul ball.
And for SUNY Delhi, you've had 2 innings to make chances, and only a matter of time before the Thomas Sluggers decide to show up and get through this inning. We'll see how they respond.
That is fouled straight back. 1-2 count to Morris now. Dickel battling. I hope whatever happens in this game, it's going to be tough to look past that play, but she has really done a good job. That's fouled back once again. That is ripped to right field and kind of gets caught up a little bit. And Ponce makes the out.
And it's a little hop, skip, and a jump, and able to retire the first.
First baseman number 30, Megan Overhalser.
All Delhi can do is try to limit the damage here, give themselves a chance in the bottom half. And that is ripped to center field. That is a tough play. And they're going to score another run, it looks like. Good throw. And she is out. What a throw by the center fielder. What a throw by the center fielder to gun down Brooklyn Federico to save at least one more run. Now with 2 outs. And that is a grounder. Good play by the shortstop for the 3rd out. And the momentum has gone all the way to Thomas. Up 3 runs, Alex. What does Delhi have to do?
Delhi's got to stick to what they started with. I mean, they've scored 4 runs before in an inning. They've already done it this game. They got to figure out how to get back to those roots. Whether it's singles, whether it's just momentum.
3 runs on
Right now, I can tell you momentum shifted back to Thomas, where at one point they were pretty quiet.
I mean, Lillian Noyes up to 125 in pitches. And is back out there in the bottom of the ninth.
Take advantage of that. You know she can't go on forever. A little tiring right there.
She was going to reach. She's on a field of strokes yet. But I've had her unearned. That base hit would have scored there. So I need to.
Were there 2 outs?
Yes.
So it wouldn't have counted anyways.
No.
In 2026, in a 15-inning college softball game this year, a girl from Baylor threw 250 pitches. So I guess this is nothing, I guess.
I bet her arm was throbbing the next day.
I would have iced that for 3 days straight. I mean, my arm would have fallen off at like 50, so.
Talk about an arm day.
See if Delhi can just get base runners, give themselves a chance. All they need is a chance. That is in there for strike 1. Good block there by Jarvis.
A 2-1. Just be patient. Doesn't need to be anything crazy.
No, he's just looking to throw strikes here. Doesn't want base runners. 3-1 now.
No, it's called athletics. We get the summer off, but you guys know.
And that is in there for strike 2. Count is full. As it you can kind of tell it's getting dark on this field. The sky and for the Broncos. Noise
They're
with the
approaching.
payoff pitch.
I think sunset is just about hitting. We'll be surprised to see if
That is ball 4. Delhi gets what they need, and it's a base runner. Any life they needed, they got it.
there are no lights on this field, so this is something a little tricky as we're starting to wind it down.
And that is fouled straight up. And the catcher makes a good play. Carly Jarvis makes the first out of the inning.
That's the first out. They got one
Director number 19, Grace.
on first.
That's fouled straight back for strike 1.
And if you notice, what a game. Started off a little rocky, kind of reeled it back in. That changeup's been a killer from her today.
It has 0-2. Grace Sperry down 0-2. 1 down. And that is just below the knees for ball 2.
Total of 26 hits in this game.
Wind up. And the pitch. And that is ripped to center field. And that is over the head of the center fielder. This could be a run.
She's going to get 3.
And that is a run for the Broncos. All of a sudden, it's a 2-run ball game. A big double from Grace Sperry.
And only 1 out. Game tying run right at the plate.
Now, runner in scoring position, tying runner at the plate with one out. Delhi with the life they needed. Can't say they're not battling. Wind up from Noise. And that is hit back to the pitcher, and that is dropped. This could be trouble.
And the winning run now up to bat.
Wow. What a change in events here.
All I have is one thing to describe this game, and it is crazy.
One quick out they got. And the momentum was just not there at all. And now Delhi, all of a sudden, doesn't just have an ounce of hope. They got a lot of hope right now. First and third, tying run at first.
Now, if you hit the warning track, do you go from first to home?
I think you have to try. Riley Martin up at the plate. Oh, and she just looked at middle, strike one. And now the tying run is at second. This is unreal here as it gets darker here at Husson University. And that is ripped foul. If that gets down, we have a tie ball game. Foul ball. 2 strikes. Noise. And that is jacked to center field, but caught. A run will score. That was hit hard, but the center field didn't have to move very much.
1 point game.
This is crazy. 2 outs. 1-run game. Tying runner on second base. Anything in the outfield, she's going. Number 7, Carolina Watson. Has a triple this year, 15 RBIs. And that is inside corner for strike 1. It's gone quiet. Here's the windup in the pitch. That is upstairs. 144 pitches, Lillian Noise.
144? Yep. And counting.
Unreal. And is down for ball 2.
And she wants them to throw. If they throw past second or third, that's another run.
Here's the windup in the pitch. And she calls, that is called strike 2 below the knees. And now we have, oh, no, that was strike 2, right? You called that strike 2.
That's what I thought. Now full count.
Yeah, full count now. And this could change the season. And that is ball 4. Delhi with the winning run on first base.
They just need a single.
Center fielder number 16, Carolina Bernard.
Carly Bernard now up from Buena, New Jersey.
Carolina.
That is strike one to Bernard. What a game we have here. That has popped up. That is not the easiest play. This could be the third out. And that is it. The Thomas Terriers have done it. What a game, Alex.
What a game indeed. I called extra innings. I did not expect to go all the way to as deep as we went.
What a game. Got to give Lillian Noyes some credit. I mean, 150 pitches. Pretty impressive.
Most certainly, most certainly.
I will thank Alex. Alex, thanks for unretiring with me today.
Of course,
That was a blast.
appreciate it. It was a good time. Sorry for about all the rustiness that you guys experienced, but
From me especially.
win or lose, great day of softball to witness.
I will see you guys soon, and I don't know who's announcing tomorrow, but probably be better than us two. I'm just kidding. Have a good weekend, everybody.